UAE nationals in the area here to serve in the maritime industry is an area really to be looked at for helping the national students. To my understanding, there is the one maritime institute in Dubai, AMI, which is really developing officers, engineers. This is a good platform to produce officers and engineers. However, there is quite a lot of areas for improvement to substantiate the institute, to provide advanced courses to meet with the future maritime industry requirements, not only for navigation and engineering, but also for logistics, transportations, port services, and so on. Automation is one of the areas need to be considered, and to develop engineers and operators. Such an area will attract the local guys and really suffice the requirement and needs for the high development ports like Jebel Ali. Jebel Ali, one of the greatest ports in the world, yet to be automated. It's an area to be considered. Usually we need people to run this. However, I think we have to consider the institutes. Also in Abu Dhabi, we have the Gulf Safety Center, which really doing quite a lot of service for the industry, and it develops the students, but it needs to be done in a larger scale to develop also the marine stuff. In the area here in Abu Dhabi, there is potential to create quite a lot of institutes. There will be no problem simply because there is brains to do that, the expertise in development. There is quite a lot of people now in the time to leave UAE. There are the gray-hair people with experience, which we need to utilize them to try to apply something we applied before in the oil and gas industry, which is knowledge transfer. The people now with a gray hair, they have a lot of knowledge. They're going to take it away and leave. That's a chance to create career development teams in which we can utilize the gray hair to transfer the knowledge to the young students in UAE.
On the marine sector in the Middle East is booming with the highly technology of the facility provided from different training centers. We're hoping that to increase the number of the seafarer in the industry from the region. Also, what we see, we try also to encourage on not only to focus on the theoretical part of the training. We would like to encourage more on the practical part of the training, where they can utilize the seamanship training on board the vessels rather on short basis work to compensate of the sea time. But we have to insist that the sea time is the most important stage on the seafarer life in order to enhance the training before getting qualified and obtaining the COC or certificate required.
attending Maracad conference and expo that is taking place in Dubai World Trade City. And I would like to point out further interesting notes in terms of education of the new generation that is taking place in the Middle East. It's extremely important for the new generation, for the cadets, to go through the specified training at the universities and at the maritime schools, coming with the deep background in order to serve ships professional. Therefore, the combination of the efforts from the side of the maritime academies, universities, classification societies, and other international maritime bodies play a very vital role to the new generation. Today I was invited to Maracad as a panelist to the panel that was dedicated to the innovative technologies, and we have discussed the future of the unmanned shipping and the importance of the innovative technologies along with the threats that are arising with the new technologies implemented on board of the ships. We had absolutely great panel, and I was talking about the cyber threat that is growing along with the piracy threat at the sea, especially after the latest attack that happened against Marasi, and all the consequences that the company had to deal with, brings us to understanding how important is the awareness, how important are the preventive measures in terms of taking care of the company against any potential cyber threat. At the end, I would like to summarize pointing out the importance of the role that Alpina security is playing in the maritime industry. I can tell that maritime security is vital for the human and nation safety as long as the economic developments. Therefore, it's very important to understand that the pirates, they still have capacity and capability to carry out their attacks outside inside the high-risk area. Just as per the latest IMB report, there were 121 attacks happening against the ships. I would like to highlight that the newest technologies within the industry are bringing also a potential threat to the maritime industry. Therefore, united we stand in terms of cooperation with the international entities against the cyber threat, following the cyber protocol that was supported by BIMCO, Intercargo, Intertango, and other entities, and in order to spread the awareness about the threat in frames with working with the clients and also in cooperation with other international players on the maritime industry ground.